Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. The first thing I want to say is if anybody would like to review the stream of me and SeanSean and MBOX, you can do so on SeanSean's channel. Alright, I didn't record this stuff. I don't have a need to record this. I'm not out here farming drama for views or to try and get any content out of it. Right? So the whole story here, the last week of what's been going on with me and SeanSean and a little bit of MBOX, I'd like to clarify this in my own words real quick. Nothing happened. Nothing is happening. And we had a little chat and we just mutually disagree on things and everything is totally normal in the world. So let me explain how this happened, alright? I made a video, as you can see here. It has 500 views. So this stems off of a video with 500 views. Alright? This stuff shouldn't even be looked at by someone like SeanSean with 120k subs. But it did, and he's seen it. And what he's seen in this video was, unfortunately for SeanSean, is I'm sitting there roasting him non-stop because he macked into a vehicle that had their flashes on. It was his friend. I was wrong about the brakes. I don't know, man. It looked like he was tapping his brakes to me, but it also looks like maybe those flashes are just coming on and he's tapping his brakes, flashes coming on. Whatever the situation may be, the flashers are flashing. You should be slowing down and not hitting that guy. But he did. He posted it. I said all this stuff on a video. He got upset, came into my Discord, and a whole bunch of other people joined that I had to ban. I didn't have to ban SeanSean. He didn't do anything
good
wrong
morning,
in my Discord.
everybody.
It was all the other people, right? So now, at this point, I'm going okay. Obviously, this guy's upset. I can take the video down if he wants me to. You know, if there's something untrue, I can take the video down, no problem. But we have our little meeting yesterday, right? And it was set for 3:45 p.m., 6:45 Eastern, and SeanSean didn't show up till like 4:30, man, like 7:30. And he's just sitting there saying he's getting off work, he needs time to shower and all that stuff. It's all very reasonable. And then I found out later on that he was streaming at that same time that he told me he wasn't ready. He's on Kick streaming with MBOX, and they're talking about how MBOX would fold me in real life. I'm just an internet tough guy. So without SeanSean and me being involved in a three-way conversation, these guys are going out of their way to have their own personal friendship chats, talking shit about me on the stream, warming up this big drama thing that they're settling in on the stream, which got completely blown away and shut down by me. So what ended up happening on the stream, which you guys can reflect at, it's in the description, is MBOX pulled a 180 and said he wouldn't fold me in real life and he'd probably just have to shoot me instead. So MBOX, tough guy, between me and him, I think MBOX is actually probably a pretty reasonable person, and he's trying to get his life completely on track. And, you know, if he keeps up with his rap stuff and everything, he's probably got some good things going for him. It's not like he doesn't have skill. It's just, in my own opinion, he focuses on one subject and repeats the same bars in multiple songs, and those are habits that any rapper in the world would have to overcome to be one of the best, right? So, valid points on MBOX
Good evening,
rapping.
good afternoon.
Valid points on between me and MBOX, and I thought that me and MBOX barely even had a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really need to talk to each other. It seemed like he didn't want to say too much. He knew I didn't want to say too much, and he wasn't trying to farm for stuff. You know what I mean? So between me and MBOX, I could care less about, you know, the whole MBOX thing. I mean, everybody thinks that there's a big beef with me and MBOX over all this stuff that happened. There's not. There's literally nothing there to even beef about. You know what I mean? We went over MBOX's videos, and they're reading the comments to me, and I'm just telling them, like, yeah, I can reflect on that, you know? Like, I know exactly what comment you're talking about. And then we had the other one here, too, that they pulled up. And I said this song should just say I steal cars and I have no friends. Nobody would know me except I know Squeeze Benz. Like, that was just a troll little rap bar comment, bro. Like, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little troll. So that's all good and over with. But now, SeanSean, bro, on another level, just kept trying to farm for things that he could try and get me mad about. And not one of those things worked. They asked me if I was overweight. I said yes. They said by how much? I said by probably at least 50 pounds. They asked how tall I was. I said I'm 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Like, what you had in this chat was me being honest, and my honesty and integrity leading me to not have any hiccups in my conversation or in what I was talking about. I might have said, and pulled some yeahs and ums and been a little less professional than I normally would have been because I'm thinking about what to say on the spot. But for the most part, everything that I said on that stream yesterday was all things that I meant. And yesterday you'll see that just because I made some comments about SeanSean, and just because I made some comments on MBOX's rap videos, doesn't mean that I said what they think that I said. It doesn't mean that I'm thinking the way that they are thinking that I'm thinking. A big problem in life is contempt before investigation. All right, and what I mean by contempt before investigation is that you've seen something of somebody and you're already assuming that what they're doing is bad. You're already putting together a story about the outcome of events that haven't taken place yet. Or if the events have taken place and there was a negative outcome, you're already shifting blame towards somebody or something before investigating what was actually said and what was meant. So that's what SeanSean was trying to do to me, was contempt before investigation, where SeanSean basically put words in my mouth and he was saying, oh, you shouldn't hate all of us and be against us, and it looks like you're depressed and we're evil people to you. When in reality, that was a narrative that SeanSean created in his head because he watched a video of me talking about him and he got upset. He took it personally and he's thinking in his head that I hate him, I'm against him, I think he's evil, I think he's a loser, I think he's a bad driver. That's his words. I never said any of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's again with a situation of contempt before investigation. Nobody asked me, why did I say these things? When did I say these things? How did I find out these things that I talked about? All we got was SeanSean thinks SCGmike is guilty, doesn't like him. SCGmike's a loser. SeanSean is hated by SCGmike. SCGmike thinks SeanSean's evil. It's not the case, right? So watch that stream and you'll hear me calling these guys out over and over and over on what I said or didn't say. And that's the big problem with communication and investigation. If you can't communicate with people and investigate what happened, then there is no point in continuing further with the situation at hand. And that's what I'm making the announcement for today on this video, is there's no point in me talking to these guys or even partaking in the drama, because live on stream, I will tell SeanSean something that, I'm not working right now, and then he'll ask me where I work on stream, and I'll call him out for it and say, how can you even have an opinion that someone can listen to if you cannot respond to me on stream in a live chat with an answer to what I said because you didn't hear it? You were not listening to what I said. So at the end of the day, it was completely useless for me to join a call with people that weren't able to sit there and listen and respond to what was said. Instead, they were hearing me and then responding to what they think of what I said, not responding to what I said. So at the end of the day, contempt before investigation was the main thing here. making me seem like I'm lying about stuff when I didn't lie about anything, and I reiterated everything that I said on all of the comments, taking troll comments versus actual hateful comments and not being able to distinguish between those, like that little rap bar comment that I made on MBOX that was nothing but a troll comment, you know what I'm saying? So that's where we are. Pretty much the exact same spot as before any of this happened. I'm going to keep making content, and if somebody gets upset, like SeanSean, I'll ask them if they want me to take the video down, and if they don't, I'll keep it up, and then move forward, right? So that's it, man. Anybody that missed yesterday, that's what yesterday was all about. It was just about SeanSean trying to make me look like I'm a bad person, and me just confirming everything that I said over and over again, and asking him why he can't respond to certain things that I'm saying, and me manipulating them all to think that I wasn't vaccinated, even though I am, because I had to get vaccinated for work. We left that call yesterday with everybody thinking that I wasn't vaccinated, just because I started to say a sentence, and I said, why would I get, and then I stopped, and I switched up what I was saying. Now, that was done intentionally. I said that intentionally so people would think that I was stumbling on what I was saying and that I was or wasn't vaccinated. I have no problem disclosing that I'm vaccinated. Everybody that's a fan of me knows that because I've posted about it in my Discord before. No big deal. But the big deal was being able to flip the script yesterday and have everybody think that I wasn't vaccinated even though I was. It was flipping the script when MBOX came around and said, you know what? Maybe I wouldn't fight SCGmike. I'd probably just shoot him instead. Everything that was said about me being a loser, being weak, being depressed, being whatever it was they said has all been addressed and flipped. So at the end of all of this, they were trying to say, man, you really came around and did a 180. No, I didn't. I'm still not supporting what everybody here is talking about. I don't support SeanSean stuff, I don't support the driving, I don't support him supporting the crime stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on my end did a 180. That's the thing that they didn't understand. And I think that happened because I was just honest and I didn't have to lie about anything. So everything we talked about got talked about really quickly. And then at the end of it, there just wasn't really anything more to be negative about. We addressed it all. And then that turned into me apparently doing a 180, and now I'm a fan of these guys, because that's not how it is. Right? So at the end of the day, the whole point of this video is don't lie to people. Make sure that if you get brought up in a conversation of something you said, that you know what you said. If you're not lying, you never have to have the stress of trying to think about or remember what you said in a conversation that may or may not identify you as a liar. You know what I'm saying? You might get caught in a conversation where you lied about something with some influential people, and now you're going downhill because you've lost your trust. Having trust and honesty are two of the biggest things for me, and that's why yesterday went how it did. I let these guys know I honestly don't have a problem with them. I'm also not a liar. We'll reflect on anything. And I didn't lie about anything. So that's kind of how I look at it. You're going to have people in your life that you don't like, or they don't like you. And someone might say or do something along the lines with each other. But there's nothing wrong with addressing that and coming to a conclusion. Right, so my conclusion of all this is, if I didn't make this video, this wouldn't have happened. This never even would have been a thing, right? Same thing about the comments that I made on MBOX's videos. If I didn't make those comments, this never would have happened, right? So these are two things that me as a person, obviously, I'm going to look at and go, okay, you know what? When I have a video from now on where I'm mentioning certain people, I gotta not single one guy out, because he's gonna get upset and do a huge thing, and we're gonna have all this contempt before investigation. So next time, I'm just going to equally talk bad about everybody. That way no one can single me out for specifically talking about them more negative than any other people. Problem solved. And the next thing, you know, I don't really care too much. I went on MBOX's rap videos and I made some comments about his rap style. Big deal, man. I grew up with rappers my whole life, and the guys that stick to those kinds of things always have a certain niche that they follow and they get a certain crowd, and, you know, it's hard to get out of that. I've seen it happen lots. So my opinion on MBOX rap stuff, man, that's just my opinion. You know, that shouldn't hurt anybody. I always say, you know, if people are commenting something that they don't like or some negative stuff, maybe there's something you can do to take something from that. Maybe just one little thing of a word someone said, you know, and you take that and you change it, right? So for me, with MBOX, you know, one thing I said was 150 pounds and I don't like to fight is in literally every song that he has. Why not work on not recycling the same bars? Boom, you're a better rapper. You're more unique automatically by not using the same bars over and over. Am I valid for saying that? Yes. Is he okay with being upset over that? Sure, if he wants to be. Did he seem upset or like he even cared? MBOX? No, dude, MBOX literally didn't seem like he even cared to be in the Discord at all. It's like MBOX was there because he was SeanSean's friend. So that's it. That's it, man. I got nothing, no extended hate. I got no personal vendettas here. There's literally nothing to even be upset about on my end or really on SeanSean anymore. I just wanted to make this to reflect on that, because I think the stream title was talking to my biggest YouTube hater. And, you know, right there was subject for manipulation. And I'm definitely not his biggest YouTube hater. And I'm not really a YouTube hater at all. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. Stay gaming.